You can go to meet someone. You can go on a date and you can be like narrow. Like, is this person ABC? Or you can go in being like, wow, what's going on? Who's this person? Yeah. We've got two very different approaches. One, discovery, open, and two, closed. But is there a time when you want to be closed or focused? 100%. There are times when you want to be focused. There are some times when you just need to focus on your work and you need like laser beam focus to focus in. So you can focus out, you can focus in. Hi, Adrian here, NLP trainer and coach. This video that you're about to watch is filmed in a live Zoom class. We have expatriates based all around the world, and we do these classes and we share a little bit with you because we think it's important that you get to see what goes on behind closed doors and how some of these processes really work. I hope you enjoy. Make sure you click the subscribe button and we'll see you at the end. Now, once upon a time, I went to this training, and this training was a little bit crazy. Have you ever been to a crazy training? And it's just like you got there and you didn't know what to expect, but you got there and it was just like, this is crazy. Well, I went to this training and it was over in Portugal, and it was like next level crazy. Anyone know?
Chitty bang bang.
Chris was there before I was there, and he knows how crazy was it from 1 out of 10, Chris?
Oh, 50,000 Fruit Loops. It was just there aren't even words to describe it.
So picture this. It's my first time in this country, but not that that matters. And I get into this hotel, big conference room, and there is like 100 people or 50 people that I've never met before in my life, all new people, all completely new. And I go in, and the first thing they're doing is signing up. I'm signing a waiver saying they can take my photograph and all this kind of stuff. And don't really know what I'm in for, but I sign all these waivers and I get into this place. And I've been to enough trainings before, but this was a bit crazy. But I was really, really open. I was completely open. And by the 20-minute mark, the trainer was standing on a
Safety
chair.
first, Adrian. Safety first.
The trainer was standing on a chair, singing and dancing. And he's like 60. Notice Chris's reaction.
Mm.
And I was very, 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 very lucky. I had been at Tony Robbins. Some people here know Tony Robbins? Anthony Robbins? Yep. Okay. I just came from an Anthony Robbins thing, like days beforehand. And Tony has this elite little platinum club. It's like $80,000 US a year. And there are a couple of those platinum guys just sitting next to me. And I knew they'd just come from Cairns because that's where Tony was, you know, that day. So that was kind of cool. And the platinum guys are there, and they just got up on their chairs and started dancing and carried on too. Totally outside my comfort zone, totally outside. And I was able to sit there with all this craziness. And the best thing about it was, have you ever gotten to a different kind of scene, like perhaps a party or a club, and gone to some event where you hadn't met people before, but you were able to just be like, hello, hello, and be able to just take everything in? It's almost as if you're like wide open and ready. ready to meet people, ready to learn, ready to figure out why are these people all dancing and jumping up on their chairs. And it turns out that not the dancing man on the chair, but his partner, his name is John Grinder, his partner created NLP and actually trained Tony Robbins about 40 years ago. So these guys, particularly the main trainer there, trained Tony Robbins up in like 40 years ago. And by having a really open mind, and we call this the discovery frame.
We have opportunities in life to either go with the flow or resist it. When we resist things, the only person who we're affecting is ourselves. We're fighting an unwinnable fight sometimes. We're taking a stance and holding a position which only serves ourselves. It can make ourselves angry or frustrated. It can make ourselves just generally venomous to the people around us. Or alternatively, like the trees in the forest, when the wind blows, we can just go with the flow. And when we do that, we don't need to hold on to a specific belief system just for the sake of holding on to it, but we can open our eyes and assess things, analyze them from a different perspective, because we have that flexibility. As people, we are in charge of our thoughts, our actions, and our responses. That's all we can really control. Many people feel like they can't control any of those. And when you take away those three things, you're left with nothing. But if you realize that you can control your thoughts, and that you can control your actions, and control your responses, then you have all the freedom in the world.
Now, how would it be if you left this training, rather than having left brain patterns like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you were able to access a whole new level of creativity? You were able to open up a whole new, what if you were running around with like the left part of your brain going strong and the right brain artistic, creative, all like silent and reduced? Well, if we're able to increase that right brain just a little bit, yeah, if you increase the right brain by 5%, you don't get 5% better results. If you got a, if your left brain's going on hyperdrive kind of thing and your right brain starts to perform 5% better, you get a lot more than 5% great. You get so much more dynamic, so much more change by getting both left and right hemispheres working together the way we're supposed to be as a human race. But to get this right brain firing, we need to open up. You can go to meet someone, you can go on a date and you can be like narrow. Like, is this person ABC? Or you can go in being like, wow, what's going on? Who's this person? Well, yeah. We've got two very different approaches. One, discovery, open, and two, closed. But is there a time when you want to be closed or focused? 100%. There are times when you want to be focused. There are some times when you just need to focus on your work and you need like laser beam focus to focus in. So you can focus out, you can focus in.
Adrian, it's funny that you mention the idea of dating, focusing out, focusing in. There are plenty of guidebooks to dating, and whether it's dating literally or metaphorically, but there are plenty of guidebooks for how to have a date. Some of them suggest that you should have a checklist of things that you want. And in these guidebooks, they would typically talk about good job, family, money is always a nice one, independent. Like there's a checklist of things. And interestingly, they're usually fairly superficial, to say the least. They're usually things that you can see from the outside, which are the easy things to uncover. You can see whether someone is well dressed. But what you can't do is see whether someone is empathetic. Just at a surface level, it's difficult to see that. Now, what if your checklists, instead of saying nice car, nice clothes, nice job, good choice of restaurants, and instead were things that were more about their values, the things that are important to them? Maybe they're ambitious. Is that something that aligns more to you than nice job or ambition? There's no right or wrong answer because every person is different. But you can assess the same set of criteria using different words and get an entirely different outcome. Nice job or ambitious. Now, the choice of how you take that and assess someone is entirely up to you. That's not my job to tell you. But what would happen if instead of looking at things superficially, whether it's to do with a date or other people in your life, and looked beyond the superficial, looked beyond their behaviors or their environmental or capabilities, and looked beyond that, looked to their potential, looked to their values and their beliefs? What would happen if you did that?
Boom! You made it here! Good on you. Make sure you click the subscribe button below and check out the playlist at the end. If you'd like to come along to our Sunday sessions where we host a live free Q&A for our students and members, you're welcome. I'll see you there.